welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for One Punch!
Yeah.
Man. Episode 8, and we are headed into a very interesting last third of the episodes.
That's true.
My favorite episode we just finished, of course. But there's some ones coming up that are pretty good.
Okay.
And expect some ramping up of some of the action in specific ways.
All right. I get the feeling it did seem like that was going to be a thing since they're introducing all these other S-class heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, if they're introducing them, that means that something big must be about to go down.
Also, you get to see potentially a good number of these S-class heroes actually using their moves.
Right.
And showing kind of different levels of power below the power ceiling that is Saitama.
Right.
Which can make for some more, dynamic fights because you don't know necessarily how it's going to go. Because as far as you know, all these other characters are disposable,
That's very true, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how things go. But I'm excited for you to get into these episodes in particular. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Yes! Mumen Rider!
You go, man! Even tentacles are no match for you. It's actually running really fast.
Yeah.
Sushi time.
これまた例のやつだって話だぜ。
なんだっけ名前。
忘れたけど、ものすごく強いとか。
見ない顔だ。俺も頑張らないとな。
我々新海賊はこれより地上を支配する。抵抗しても無駄だ。
Hey, Lancer.
ただ人間。
ただいま大好評売り出し中の A 級ヒーロー。現在 A 級11位。このスティンガーを。
He's got a state. He's a status and everything.
Exactly.
助かったぞ。頑張って。さてと。胴体にでけえ風穴作りてえやつからかかってきな。
先生。
Trying to just, yeah.
C 級 E になっています。
Rank
あと少し
2.
で B
There you
級
go.
かけてきます。
B 級か。じゃあ週1活動のノルマはなくなるんだな。
はい。お、失礼。もしもし、ジェシー。少し遠いな。近場に腕の立つヒーローはいないのか。
忙しいやつだ。
先生。先生が先日通りすがりに倒した敵は新海賊と名乗っていたんですよね。
覚えてねえ。
ジェイ氏に現れた複数の怪獣は自ら新海賊と名乗り、目についた人々に
A 級ヒーローが一人で戦いを挑んでいるようですが、苦戦中とのことです。
相当な疲労感が伝わってきます。ヒーロー協会の早急な
Yes, you go, Mumen Rider.
持ちこたえ
Save
て
the day.
災害レベルトラブル。
客がいなくなってやりやすくなったぜ。
Now I don't have to hold back. Hey! Nice!
Ridiculously long attack name!
Yep, of course.
俺はやったぞ。おそらく災害レベル神ぐらいの怪物どもを俺一人の力で全て倒す。
あのね、あなた不快だから死んで構わないわよ。
こちら無面ライダー。今現場に向かっている。場所を教えてくれ。
ただいま回線が混み合っており、
どこだ。
おい、やめといた方がいいぜ。もう俺たち C 級の出る幕はない。
え？
たった今情報が入ったんだ。
It's too much. The demon. Ooh. Yes.
But Mumen Rider won't stand down. Yes, that's
Yes.
right, you go!
Mumen Rider's
You
the
go,
best.
buddy!
いない。バカね。 一匹も逃がすわけないでし
あいつかスティンガーをやったのは。残りは1匹。応援を待つべきか、いや怠慢ならいけるか。
Oh wow.
ょ。痛いじゃん。何すんのよ。
And he's down.
Yeah.
何が起きた。全身の感覚がねえ。くそ、嫌な野郎だ。
I love all the attack names.
Oh, that's too bad. That looks like a really cool move. I actually wanted it to work. Wait.
Yep.
Is that... Seriously?
S q ヒーロープリプリプリズナーあなたに会う脱獄成功。
まさか刑務所にヒーローが服役していたとはな。貴様のおかげで俺も脱獄することができた。
Yes! Yeah.
囚人番号4188番のソニックちゃんだな。驚いたか。気に入った男子は全部チェック済みだ。いつも我慢できず男子を襲っちゃうせいで。
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
でも気になる男子だった。それを壊したあなたは許せん。
Unforgivable!
さんに抜かれて最下位になってしまったが、俺は S 級ヒーローだ。
Yeah, he's the lowest rank class.
Okay.
まずは半分程度の力で様子を見よう。
Right, 'cause you can't go all out right away.
Yep. Of course.
He didn't know it would do that?
That is amazing.
美味しそうなお肉、上物ね。ちょっと本気出しちゃう。え？あらまあ。変身するか。覚悟しな。
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
プリプリプリズナー。レンジャーをスタイル。
全裸になった。どう見ても天使じゃない。というか人間じゃない。というかもう見たくない。回復。
スタイルの俺を見て生きて帰った者はいない。
なら
All the more reason.
醜いわね。遺言はそれだけか。
Oh my god.
こんな風に楽しいわね。
貴様は何者なんだ。
私は深海王。深海族の長にしてこの世のすべてを支配する者。あなたも私に歯向かってみる。雨降ってきたわね。
遅い。深海王、お前の動きは完全に
Too bad he doesn't have the sword.
何言ってるの？
Dang.
噛んだら離さないわよ。
Oh.
もう一度言う。俺がお前に負ける要素はない。無駄だ。パワーはあるんだ。
Wow. Speed is just too strong in a
He's like
fight.
straight up
お前は
Quicksilver.
遅すぎる。嬉しいぞ、深海王。
I
Oh,
know.
he's gonna do the same move.
戦うと自分の強さを再確認できる。やはり俺の
Oh, I
技
thought he
は
was gonna hit
最
him in the
速
nuts.
最強だ。なんだ、おかしくなったか。早い。 パワーも。奴に一体何が起きた。
He was holding back before.
でかい。
地上に出てから随分しぼんじゃったけど、この雨のおかげで元気。
Oh, there you go.
He's getting bigger
あなた
too.
の攻撃まるで痛く。
君は確か。
Two Class C heroes.
Yep.
Actually here.
Uh huh.
ジェノス見なかった？ジェノス。
さて本日はゲストにヒーローランキング A 級1位であり人気ランキング28週連続1位でもあるスーパーヒーロー、またモデル業や俳優歌手としても大活躍中のイケメン仮面
Remember him.
Oh,
アマ
right,
イマ
yes.
スク氏にお越しいただきました。
Yeah.
よろしくお願いします。
The most attractive of all the heroes.
Exactly. The K-pop superhero.
Exactly. Yep.
難しい質問ですね。
とおっしゃいますと、
僕がヒーローなのは悪と対峙している瞬間だけで、それ以外はタレントとしての仕事に専念しています。
なるほど。
今日は歌手として新曲の宣伝に来ただけ。
No.
これは失礼しました。では早速新曲のお
Oh
話を。
my gosh.
They're
While
they're
people are
seriously
dying.
doing
一言
that.
だけ言わせてもらうなら、
Wow.
人々の不安を取り除くためにも、ヒーローというものは常にタフで力強く、美しく、速やかに、そして鮮やかに
And that was the
悪を
inspiration
排
for
除で
this
きる
song.
存在でなくてはなりません。ですので、今回悪に惨敗してしまったヒーローがいることは残念です。
丸腰では殺せない。武器を調達するために一時退却
Yeah,
だ。
get your sword. Oh,
捕まえた。
dang.
バキバキ、ボキボキ。
あら、
そこで待ってる。
Wait.
次に会う時が貴様の最後だ。近くに多くの生体反応がある。この
Numerous
傘、
life signals.
災害避難所だ。
パパ、怖い
Oh, dang, that
いや
that could be a
心配ない
problem.
さ。このシェルターの中に
Oh, yeah.
絶対に安全だ。
As long as we're in this very,
いざとなれば
very pliable building.
会社なんてやっつけちゃうさ。
感じる。たくさんの気配を
All right, Genos, time to use your full resolve.
感じる。はじめまして
Predator
just died
and
from
the
that.
prey.
待ってくれ。我々は降参する。何か要求があればその通りにしよう。だから攻撃はしないでほしい。頼む。C 級の俺じゃ勝てないと思って避難したのに最悪だ。ヒーロー失格だ
Oh,
な。
is that Tank Top Tiger?
降参。
I don't
どの
think
道
so. The
死
hair's
ぬわ
different.
よ。
Oh, yeah,
私
that's
が
right.
殺すもの。
That would be cool,
要求するならそう。気持ちのいい悲鳴を上げなさいってことかしらね。
参ったな。情けないが S 級が来るまでの時間稼ぎぐらいしかできなさそうだ。
Yeah.
だがこんな化け物相手に一体どうすりゃ。
Encourage him to take his time,
会話で
maybe?
時間稼ぎなんか無理だ。あ、地味だ。
No, but this is real. These are guys that are like,
Yeah.
they know they're all gonna die,
俺の
but
他にもいたのか。
Oh, shoot, yeah, so they're offering themselves up for him to focus on them.
even this guy.
やってやる。俺もヒーローだ。
There you
俺
go.
バックマン参上。ヒーローが出てくれたのか。ヒーローだ。助かるぞ。あんた A 級なら心強いぜ。いや C 級2人に B 級1人と A 級1人。いけるぞ。いける。
You're shaking your head like,
No, you
合
can't.
ってるのか。逃げてくる市民の方向から考えると現場はこの先だ。今すっぱだかの男が風呂入ってて逃げ遅れたのかな。ちょっと見てくれ。
Wow.
先に行っててくれ。
The funny thing is that Saitama could run way faster than Mumen Rider could ride his bike.
今向かってる途中だ。何？シェルターが？逆方向だったか。
Saitama's going the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
何静かになっちゃって
wasn't even a
No.
thing.
海賊というのはお前か。
C 級の君では無理だ。S 級が負けた相手じゃ分が悪すぎる。我々の方で討伐隊を組むから君は
Subjugation squad.
Oh wow.
Even bigger.
誰だ君は。
無面ライダー君はどこへ行った
Stand up pedaling mode! Oh my gosh!
あんたヒーロー協会の人？
そうだ。誰だ君は。
すぐ携帯の持ち主と変わりなさい。
俺はヒーローの埼玉だ。
埼玉
There you go. Right, so you had a whole slew of characters get introduced to you.
Yeah.
There. A bunch of them, went out like immediately after facing the Sea
Right.
King. But now you have an actual villain that's carrying over into a second episode.
Yes, and I like that. I like the way that they made it happen too. The idea that Saitama isn't there, and the idea that the longer it takes for him to get there, the more people that are going to get hurt, and people still, even though you have this trump card that is Saitama,
Right.
you still need those little, acts of heroism to just, slow down whatever this monster is,
Yeah.
to not kill all the other innocent people nearby, even
Right.
if they are just buying like 20 seconds.
Yeah, because ultimately that's what heroes should be, is they
Right.
should be that first wall, that first line of defense.
Even if they can't
Against-
necessarily stop.
Yeah, even if the oppressor, in this case the aggressor, is so strong that they can't do anything more than just be a distraction, that is someone else's innocent life that they are saving.
Right, and
during that
probably
time.
and probably quite a few actually.
Quite a few.
Because
quite
if
a
he
few.
ended up just going on a rampage, he could probably kill all the people in there in quite a short
amount of time.
Yeah.
So Genos got there in time to actually
Yes.
fight this thing.
Mumen
Genos has gone
Rider
through
is
some
on
serious
his way.
upgrades in the time since then, so
Yes.
he could probably give quite a fight.
But
But here's a
There's-
question, Jacob.
yeah,
Are you ever at all worried? I know you're not worried for Saitama's life in
No.
any way, but are you ever worried for Genos' life?
no.
You sure?
Well, okay. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I feel like this show has a dual main character.
Okay.
Saitama and Genos.
Sure.
Even though Saitama is more of a main character, it's about the broship, them being together in their interactions and stuff. If Genos died, I think that would be amazing. Like, not because I don't like Genos, but because I think that would be a great moment of seriousness, especially for Saitama,
Sure.
right? Because then maybe he would say, like, okay, I need to actually take this a bit more seriously. And it could also provide some great moments of reflection for him later on. But I don't think they're going to do that.
Okay. So, what do you feel about the whole thing of them now bringing in like a certain set of recurring characters into
I
the
like
show
it.
more often now?
I like it.
I know you're a big fan of Mumen Rider, but Speed of
Yes.
Sound Sonic, what do you like about his character?
So, Speed of Sound Sonic, one of the things that I like about him is that he's at least honest about what he is. So far, I would say the only people that are honest about what they are Saitama, Genos, Mumen Rider, and Speed of Sound Sonic.
Right.
I mean,
well,
maybe
they're
there's-
also the main recurring characters.
That's
that are
true.
heroes
That's
so
true.
Far.
But since they've been building up this theme of people that are heroes that don't actually do the heroic things, like
Sure.
Mr. K-pop star.
Yeah. Amai Mask. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's great to have somebody, since we already have the heroes that are actual heroes, it's great to have the not hero who is honest about not being a hero.
Right.
I think that's very, very much needed, because even with awesome characters like Mumen Rider and Saitama and Genos, that could end up getting a little bit
stale
if
I
they did
agree.
that too long.
I think Speed of Sound Sonic provides that little element of freshness to the show, in that he's not hypocritical, but he's definitely not a hero. So
Yeah.
while you're right, he is honest with himself. He has vague motivations, and yet he has maybe multiple little motivations. And the idea that he could become potentially a hero at some point in the future
Right.
is one of those things that I think interests me particularly about him as well, is that what if all these characters are slowly coming to the forefront as being recurring characters, and it all revolves around Saitama in particular. But what Saitama does is he kind of teaches people what it means to be a hero again. So like Genos was on a vengeance hero protagonist thing. He gets a picture of true power, like a hero that just is stronger than he could ever be, and he throws that almost completely away. He hasn't mentioned his vengeance thing since the first episode when he gave his overly long backstory. Now he's just Saitama.
That's true.
Mumen Rider is inspired by this Class C guy as well.
Yes.
He's been looking him up. He's like, who is this guy? He defeats them with one punch. Like, what? In a way, Speed of Sound Sonic is getting that same effect by being in close proximity to Saitama. And there's a lot of jealousy there. But
and I think that would be really cool, because, okay, one of the things that happens a lot of the time in shonen is they'll say that the main character's real power is not actually their superpower, but it's who they are, their personality, the way they care about people and stuff like that. And I love it when they do that. Unfortunately, I feel like it isn't done to the extent that it could be in a lot of shows.
Sure.
So the fact that they're...
Like My Hero Academia does it pretty well.
My Hero Academia does it very well.
Yeah.
So if they do something like that in One Punch Man, they could really shift the focus onto that a lot more by making it so that, yes, since we know that Saitama's power is ridiculously OP and always will be, then they can shift the focus onto how he affects the people around him.
Sure. In a way, I think that's going to be more and more a focus moving forward, especially since like the last 2 episodes and the continuing episodes. But it's still a comedy. It's still it's still an action show first, comedy then second, and then some kind of a commentary type show third.
Yeah.
So comedy goes before all the serious stuff.
Right.
Except for the action, of course. But but the action in this episode got to be pretty diverse, I would say. We had multiple different heroes with their superpowers. We had kind of an Aquaman, Lancer type character.
That was just straight up Lancer.
Yeah, exactly. But he had that element of being a kind of a underwater type hero with his skin suit and his fish tooth
and he showed up first and got promptly beaten. And
well, he beat all the small fries, of course.
Yes, but built them up to be awesome, and then
exactly. There's an escalation that was going on there. Exactly. Then they had Lightning Max randomly show up.
I thought that was
wasn't that just so random and awesome?
So random, but so awesome. Like,
but you know what the epitome of random was in this episode? Puri prisoner. You know what's really disturbing about his character? He has been in jail all this time because he keeps attacking beautiful men. Attacking.
Yes.
So not only is he Class S,
right,
but he's basically going around and potentially sexually assaulting all these guys.
Right.
Which is horrible.
Well, and he's probably...
But then he remains as Class S, even though he's the bottom rank of Class S. But he's so freaking strong.
Yep.
And he also has some magical transformation.
I thought that was absolute gold. Now, here's something interesting to think about. Okay, so if he's constantly attacking beautiful men, right? Then maybe the reason he's in prison is he doesn't really mind because he's in there with a bunch of other dudes.
Yeah, I think that's it as well. He keeps getting thrown back in prison, and is my headcanon that he continually gets out because he's so strong. No prison could hold him in.
Sure.
So he was still chained. There was still a chain on the handcuff thing. The cuff with the chain was still attached to his ankle. So he just broke out of there and was like, yeah, okay. And then Speed of Sound Sonic was already in jail at that time and kind of followed out with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Originally, I thought that they were making it like that was part of his hero costume, and I was like, huh? Mm-hmm. But
yeah,
that was...
Okay, so the Deep Sea King. This is the first named villain that has lasted more than one episode. What do you think their themes are that they're going for that will carry into the next episode?
Well, for one, I just want to say I love that they're doing that they're taking it away from a strictly episodic type of setup, because that is something that I think will allow a lot of opportunity for cool things to happen, like they've shown in this episode with
Right.
Saitama just not being there yet, and all these people having to stop this, invincible monster that, of course, eventually Saitama's gonna, show up and pop it in the face.
But did you think about how this carries over into the theme of the previous episode? Where
yes.
Saitama is being told as being taking credit from Class S heroes. Even
Yes.
Mumen Rider was showing that he was looking up Saitama, and that article came up about Saitama being the one that takes all the credit and stuff.
Yes.
And if Saitama does come at the end and does the very predictable
Sure.
one punch and beats the Deep Sea King,
Then people could
what
say
could
that
be the backlash from that?
Okay, people could still say that he was basically just showing up to save the day and get all the credit. But for one, Mumen Rider and Genos, two corroborative witnesses. But also one of the things. One of the things that I'm kind of interested in is that it doesn't seem like it should take Saitama that long to actually get there, since he has this amazing strength.
He just might not know where to go.
Well, sure, but theoretically he could just jump straight into the air, find out where it is, and then jump again, and get there. No, let himself land and then jump, in that direction, because he's so freaking fast. Like, even Genos scouting ahead, that shouldn't have been something that was necessary, because Saitama should be able to run just about as fast as he needs to.
Maybe he doesn't have that much speed.
Well,
maybe that's the point, is that Saitama is super fast. But there are areas where he is not the best at, like speed. Speed of Sound Sonic is as fast or a little bit slower than him. But in terms of just running fast in a straight line, it's Saitama's reaction time that's actually really good.
Okay, possibly. There was that episode where he had to do the hero quota, and he just, ran all over the place.
Yeah.
So at the very least, he is very fast. It shouldn't take him long to get really anywhere.
Well, they did say that City J was pretty far from City Z. So the way this map is all oriented, you could assume that everything is connected by land in some way.
Yeah.
One of the things that I think a lot of people have assumed, or at the very least I've assumed, is that the entire continent is basically just a bunch of cities, like A through Z, particular, what have you. And City A is where the Heroes Association headquarters is.
Right.
And they give commands out to all the heroes, like, problem in City J, problem in City Y, and the heroes go to those locations and stuff. But it's not tricky for anyone to get from one location to another, so it's one big continent, one big landmass.
Right.
But that still means that Genos and Saitama could have been running for hundreds of miles before they got to this spot here.
Yes.
There's no determined distance in how far it was that they had been running. So in a way, there is some possibility for non-linear time,
Yeah, absolutely.
going there. I wouldn't get harped on that, because
what I was curious about is if that had any basically hinting into the idea that maybe all the negative backlash Saitama has been getting to him, and it's made him less enthusiastic in being a hero.
I think the last episode was kind of a proof that some of it did get to him, but he hasn't gotten any less enthusiastic.
Okay.
He was just like, "You got a problem? Tell it to the meteor."
Yeah.
You baldies. He's like, "But you're the bald one." No, what did you say? Basically, it made him lose his cool and say stupid stuff.
Right.
But he hasn't lost his desire. It's still there.
Yeah.
Whether or not he's enthusiastic about it, you'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah, I'll have to wait and see. And what was it?
But he is climbing through the ranks.
He is climbing through the ranks.
And he's climbing really fast. Like, he's already the second highest in Class C.
Now, here's something that I think would be pretty cool. Or, well, actually, it might not be a good idea. But what if Saitama, in order to basically prove that he's not wanting to take the credit, gives all the credit to Mumen Rider? And Mumen Rider ends up going into Class B, which, of course, he has no place being in, right?
The way I think it's structured is that you cannot go to Class B until you hit Class C rank 1.
Right. So Mumen Rider right now is the runner-up to go into Class B until Saitama, moves ahead of him.
It's interesting because now that I think about it, what rank is he in Class C? He might be rank 1. No, Mumen Rider.
Yeah, he's rank 1, and then Saitama's rank 2.
Oh, then Mumen Rider could move into Class B, because the way it works is they get offered to go up to Class B if they're rank 1. The thing is, I think Mumen Rider is intentionally not going into Class B.
Yeah, I think they did mention something about that.
Because of the kind of guy he is.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that.
That's really cool. Like, Mumen Rider is the guy who... he's not Krillin from DBZ, because he doesn't have any
don't compare
power.
him to Krillin.
No, but he's... No, I would say that's actually it's not a bad comparison. It's a decent comparison, because he has the desire to constantly help, and he's very good-natured and good-hearted and servant-minded, and then he goes into these situations where he has no business being, gets his ass kicked completely, and... he gets back up and tries again the next day.
He has the true hero's heart, even if he doesn't have the actual hero powers
at all. Yeah. He's a guy who wants to help people, and he wears a bike suit and helmet.
Yep. And he does anything from, getting cats that are stuck in places to
trying to
facing down
deep evolution sea monster creatures.
Yeah. Now, okay, one thing I want to point out is that this is all very similar to the whole dream that Saitama had in episode 1.
Ah, yes, the underground subterranean people.
Right, so it's like, they're not going to make it all be a dream, but if they did, that'd be pretty crazy.
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
To an extent, I would see them never really doing anything like that once they've shown all these other characters interacting with it and stuff.
That's true.
But you could see potentially some other stuff kind of going down that would make it kind of interesting.
I could totally see this being something where they do actually draw parallels to that, even if they don't have it end up, being a dream, because they're not going to do that.
Sure.
Where maybe Saitama ends up getting, actually feeling really needed and stuff, and okay, this is why I wanted to be a hero, and all that stuff. But then, of course, because of how they've been setting it up and the fact that this is only episode 8, I'm guessing this isn't going to be the actual end arc or whatever. I'm guessing this is going to be a 2-parter, and then maybe they'll do something like this, but with 3 episodes for the finale or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so next episode is Genos going to be effective?
He will be effective. Very effective.
How so?
He'll save the people.
Save the people.
But he won't end up killing the monster.
Gotcha.
Because Saitama's going to be the one to do that.
Okay, we have a couple other Class S heroes that are out there.
But
you haven't
Saitama
seen
is
really
a
much of
Class
them.
Infinity hero.
Yes, absolutely. But going forward... you've met, I think, about 5 Class S heroes.
Other
than Genos.
Okay.
Are there any that you want to see more of?
Well, Tornado seemed pretty interesting from the little bit that we
Tornado
got to
was
see.
really strong. I believe she was rank 2.
Was she rank 2? I thought she was rank 5.
She might not have actually given her... They might not have given her rank out yet. So I might have accidentally spoiled you. But...
well, she had a cool
There's
design.
also Bang.
Yep, I liked Bang.
Yeah.
I liked his whole deal.
There's
his
Metal
design
Knight
and everything.
Or
Metal Knight.
or whatever the big Mandalorian mecha suit of armor guy.
He was great. I want to see
Puri prisoner.
What I want to see though is I want to see the kind of person that they end up having be the Class S1 hero, because a lot of the times when specifically in anime, because they have such an interest in going all out with that person who is just at the top, they usually give them very interesting designs, but oftentimes not over the top. They'll make them be more simplistic.
Sure.
And I really like it when they do that, because that...
Okay, so you want to see Class S rank 1.
I want to see Class S rank 1, and I want it to be a classy sort of design.
You know what's funny? You have seen another Class S hero that's, I think, a pretty high rank, and they show this character, and it's very easy to forget this scene, because you're going to see this character in the future, and you're going to be like, who's this? There was the Class S rank something hero who was atop a pile of dead monsters, a pile, a mountain of them, and he's wearing a dog mask. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
Okay, well, we'll wait till they get introduced later. But the Class S heroes are no joke. A lot of them are seriously cool in their designs. But not only that, some of them are ridiculously strong.
Okay. Oh, that was during the part when they were going through all the different towns and giving the reports. Yeah, okay.
But the thing is that's a part that everyone I've noticed, like, I mean, a lot of the fans in the comments are, of course, they remember that scene. But a lot of the people in their first time watching it, it's easily
They don't
forgettable.
pay attention
they don't
to
pay
those
attention
people?
to that.
Sure.
Yeah, because a lot of those people you're going to see in action, or you're going to see more detailed upfront kind of interactions and stuff going forward.
Cool.
So pay attention to the Class S heroes as they come.
All right,
to the
I will.
forefront. They're all semi-important in some way.
All right.
But yeah, guys, this is a fun episode. It's a cliffhanger, and that's fun for me to watch Jacob be disappointed that it's a cliffhanger.
I liked that episode. I want to see more.
Yeah, so that'll be continued in part 2 next week. But until then, guys... Oh, wait, hold on. Jacob, they can see part 2 right now if they wanted to, right?
That's right.
That's right. I forgot about that. We almost forgot to tell you guys that.
So,
if you want to, go to the link in the description and check out our Patreon, and you can watch the next episode of One Punch Man right now. Yeah. I mean, it's totally up to you. It's your call. But, Deep Sea King is, there, and Jacob's reaction to it is there, so you get to see that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.